It really takes my mind off whatever I'm worried about. You said I should learn different ways to cope, didn't you?
Holy crap, be careful what you ask for. Hurting yourself wasn't what I had in mind, Nikki. Please stop. My heart was still racing, and my breath came in shallow bursts. I was sure I looked shocked as I surveyed the red stains on the wall and carpet and examined my soiled slacks. I was definitely going to have to start wearing blood-repelling leather clothing. He reluctantly lowered his arm, which had already stopped bleeding. The holes disappeared as I watched. Still sniffling, he covered his face with his hands, then mumbled, "I'm sorry, Dr. Knight. I didn't mean to be bad. If you tell Wanda, she'll punish me." Does he think that's a good thing or bad? Knowing Nikki, it could go either way.
We don't have to tell Wanda anything about what happens in our sessions, Nikki. I recognized the familiar pattern. Progress gained in 1 hour usually evaporated in the next. Every time I met with Nikki, I felt like we'd stumbled into an old X-Files episode. We were stuck in an endlessly repeating time loop, although he didn't appear to notice. Apparently, he'd been cycling through this approach-avoidance pattern with his maker for the last 5 decades. I didn't know enough about the bond between a vampire and his creator to make even an educated guess about what would help him. Hell, I'd been officially counseling vampires for only a few weeks. It was less than 3 months since I'd blundered into the bloodsucker underworld. I was lucky I hadn't become an unwilling evening snack or coffin toy yet. His eyes now glued to my face, his fangs fully extended, he slowly raised his arm toward his mouth again. He thrust his tongue out in quick, darting movements, licking the dried blood from his arm, all the while shifting his weight from foot to foot. He inched his arm closer to his teeth. Gee, what a surprise. He wants to see what I'll do, how far he can push me. "Nikki." I layered my "I'm an authority" tone into my voice. "Don't even think about it." Crossing my arms over my chest, I examined the spatter. "Who's going to clean up the blood on the glass and the carpet? It seems only fair that you should take care of it." He dropped his arm, his chin trembling. "What?" A tear spilled down his cheek. "You want me to clean? I don't know how to get blood out of stuff. Wanda always does that. See how messed up I am? I can't do anything. You have to help me, Dr. Knight." Same song, same verse. "I'm here to teach you to help yourself, Nikki. If you keep coming to therapy, keep practicing your skills, I promise things can get better." A muscle jumped in his cheek and he frowned. Then he turned back to the window and stared out, clearly unconvinced. Nikki was young for a vampire, at least compared to some of the other multi-century specimens I'd had on my couch, and he was struggling through an extended undead adolescence. I'd discovered the greater the time since the turning, the more autonomy the undead acquired. Nikki would probably figure things out eventually. Maybe. I intended to speak to Devereux, the master of the local vampire coven, and my... what? Boyfriend? Significant other? Friend with benefits? None of those descriptions quite fit about my conflicted client. For safety, mine, and confidentiality, I insisted that all my supernatural clients sign a release of information form giving me permission to consult with their leader. I didn't want any pointy surprises. But Devereux had been so busy and so out of sorts as he recovered from being captured and subjected to a black magic ritual orchestrated by a demented offspring, the bloodsucker formerly known as Bryce, that I hadn't had time to broach the subject. "It'll be okay, Nikki," I said softly. "You'll work things out with Wanda. You always do." I raised my hand to pat him on the shoulder, then thought better of it. Vampires couldn't be counted on to have human-like reactions, and I was still learning to alter my behavior with my nocturnal clients. Nikki was too immature to be completely trustworthy. Maybe I need to bring Wanda in for some couples therapy. Note to self, buy rubber sheets for the furniture. "How will it be okay?" He turned sad-eyed.